it say this much of who I am.
Yeah.
This,
Is
you
your
take a
heart.
piece of my heart and you get to know who I am, not who I'm wearing. So it is a lot more difficult, but at the same time, a lot more meaningful.
I love that. And that's a good place. I think we have time for some audience questions. If you have a question about Salma or the movie.
Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Adam. You mentioned freedom and non-attachment to materialistic things. That sounds very Buddhist and Hinduist. Did you try to incorporate that into the movie based on those spiritualities?
Yes, his work. Those are his words, you know. But yes, that is in the movie too. Actually, there's not even anything materialistic to even be having to do the comparison. It's all about all the other things. It is about also freedom of speech, and there is a little bit of a political storyline within it that it's very timely. You will see. But there's nobody glamorous or rich. It doesn't even.
Right. That's not
You
part of
do
the
see
story.
a mother struggling, a single mother, which I play, struggling not only to provide for her child, but to connect with her child. Because her child stopped talking since the father died and cannot talk. So one of the other themes in this film, it's this little girl trying to find her voice. And I think, again, this is symbolic in the film. But I am talking about every woman trying to find her own voice and where to find the inspiration. And most importantly, the courage to speak it out and the purpose that gives her the strength and the courage to do it. And that's one of the themes also of the film. So it is very Buddhist. It is spiritual without having to put a label into it.
I love that. It's beautiful.
How long of a process was this to get created and all that?
To get it created?
Yeah.
Let me hear your voice.
I'm sorry. How long was the whole movie process?
It was 4.5 years so far. But before me, somebody else got the rights. It took him 8 years to get the rights.
Oh my
This is a funny story. Because when Khalil Gibran died, he decided to give the rights of all his work to his village.
What?
So when we say it takes a village,
It literally does.
in this case, it really took a village
Oh my
to agree
God.
upon the rights, and it took him 8 years to get the rights. And then he tried to make it into live action. And of course, that didn't happen for many, many, many years. And finally, eventually it went to my partner, Clark Peterson, and then to Pepe and I. Pepe is my other producing partner, but I think he left. He's sick of listening to me. So. I know, he's here.
hey,
Come here,
Pepe.
show your beautiful face. Ladies and gentlemen, Pepe Tamé is the other producer who endured this with me.
Hey, Salma, how are you?
Hello.
My name's Scott. I'm actually a voiceover actor, and I mainly do commercials, but I'm really fascinated by animation as well. And you're such a great voiceover performer yourself, and now having produced a great animated film, I'd love to know what you think goes into making a great voiceover performance, and also what could also make a bad voiceover performance. Thanks.
Oh, wow. I'm sure you can answer that one better than myself. I think that depends on the material. But for this one, for example, what makes it great on behalf of Liam, because he has the extra challenge of poetry, is that he made them as it's conversational, because the point of view is the point of view of a little girl. So he just says the words as if he was talking to a little girl, you know? And I think that really was amazing the way he did that. It doesn't feel like it's coming at you, but it actually lures you into it in a warm way. I think that it's most of the actors here are, it's a little bit more naturalistic. We're not going for the huge laughs. We're going for a constant smile. And I think that for example, in my case, I try to give a lot of colors to the voice so that it's not boring, which I'm sure John Krasinski and Alfred Molina did the same, because they have very funny roles. So always quirky noises, you know, Evangeline does the funniest noise. She had to also do some seagull noises, because the only friend of the child at the beginning, it's a seagull, so she's the only language she speaks is seagull language, so she had to do that too. And so I think the variety of the different voices and the different styles, like in life, how I say the variety of colors always makes something richer.
Wow.
Hi, Salma. My sister Sammy and I are here. We're Palestinian, so we're very excited to see something from Arab culture. The question I want to ask is how far...
You're not going to know which one to choose. There's so many out there.
Right. So we just wanted to ask, how far does the film deviate from the original book? So how close are they to each other?
The original book doesn't really have much of a story. It's a guy that is going on a boat and he's been living in an island, and on his way out, people stop him and say, oh, talk to us about this, about that. They all get together to say goodbye. And because he was very wise, talk to me about this and about that. So the spirit of the piece is very similar. In this case, it's a man that is a poet and he's been in house arrest for his work. And this is the day that supposedly they're going to release him in a boat. And on his way to supposedly being released, this is also the day that he meets this girl, because she sneaks in there. You will see. And so it all happens in one day, and how it changes so many lives. And on his way there, he encounters, like, for example, what you saw in the wedding. He was walking, so people are getting married. They invite him over. They say, give us a toast. But along the way, there's many organic occasions where he talks about something. So the structure is kind of similar. The story is more cinema-friendly and child-friendly.
Hi, my name is Camelia. I have a question. Why did you choose to make an animated movie and not a movie? Because Liam Neeson would have looked perfect as the guy. So, I mean, as you would look perfect as well.
Yes, but when he would talk about on love, we would only hear the words instead of this beautiful art that interprets love in so many different ways, with music and color and shapes and movement. It's so much more joyous to be able to remember to free from yourself and explode in many different pieces, you know, like that. So I didn't want it to be intellectual. I wanted to be a sensation and an experience, and I could accomplish that better with art than with people moving.
You can almost insert yourself into the animation rather than
Yes.
seeing the
Be
narrative.
free,
Yeah.
free, get
I
it,
love
break
that.
it away, and tear it apart and reconstruct it on your own.
I love
that.
that.
Really is what you do in this movie.
My name is Paulina. It's nice to meet you. In the beginning, you mentioned that the film doesn't have all the pieces from the book, and I wanted to know at what point you felt that it was complete, that you felt like the intuition that, you know what, this is what it's meant to be.
It was not intuition. We did the frame story, and we picked the poems that would tell that story the best, that would organically fit into the story. It's not just random. It's not an anthology like one after the other. It's a movie. It's a whole movie. It tells one story, beginning, middle, and end. And part of it's hard to explain because it's something completely different. We had a test and we asked the people, what can you compare this film with? 97% said nothing. So it's hard to explain, but you will understand because it's organic.
Wow.
Oh, there's somebody in the back too.
Yeah,
It's a party!
I am not a indie filmmaker, but I would like to make films. But anyway, some of the models of directors that are coming out of Mexico are like really great. Oh, sorry, really great. I was just curious if you might be planning any projects with, or you've been approached by Guillermo del Toro or anybody, any directors from Mexico?
You know what? They are my very close friends for many years. One of them is my friend for 36 years.
God.
I think I'm too close to home. They know me too well. I think they're excited to work with like people they don't have dinner with and play with the kids and babysit their children, you know? And I would love to work with them. I had at one point something with Alfonso Cuarón to produce together, but then we had a problem with the rights. But actually, Alfonso's been a champion of the film. He heard all my sorrows and helped the inspiration and loves it.
Oh, good.
Hola, Salma. Mucho gusto.
Mucho
Soy
gusto.
de la Ciudad de México.
Thank you.
So my question is, I love your work. I think you're a very unique actress, and so much has changed from you being a sexy vampire to comedy like Fools Rush In, which is one of my favorite movies.
I like variety.
Yeah. So what do you think is the reason? What's the main reason that your work has changed? Do you feel like being a mother and having children, or is it your humanitarian work, or just trying different artistic?
My humanitarian work I've been doing way before I became an actress. So the humanitarian work has always been there. I think that I haven't changed that much. It's that I have grown and I have created more opportunities for myself. When I did From Dusk Till the Vampire, I felt I was so lucky because they called me to do that movie. It was really hard to get a job, and I got to work with Quentin Tarantino. But the essence of who I am is the same. It's just the opportunities are different. The time is different.
I hope it's a good question there. The trailer we saw previously, which is show the music sequences, I find it kind of similar to the Gustav Klimt paintings.
Absolutely.
The Kiss. That's what's kind of inspired me.
Yes.
And you also this also has like a Bill Plimpton's works in there as an artist. So I was curious, how close do you work with those people?
You know, we are close because we supported them and we had lots of laughs with them and we've gone around the world, you know, do different festivals with them, so we are close. But they love us because we did not tell them what to do. They were really, really free. You are right about this one. There is a woman that did on work. When you go see it, it's going to blow your mind. This woman, Joan Gratz, she invented a form of animation where she uses paint and clay on a hard surface. And this is what she does. She uses her finger and starts, you know, painting. And she doesn't cut. She transforms what she does, what is there, she transforms it until to the next frame. And she does the whole animation. It took months. You cannot edit that. It's a masterpiece. It's really a work. It's a little bit like Van Gogh, except she does it with one finger and it moves. It will blow your mind. I mean, the critics go crazy. And she's very funny because she does only with one finger, but when she gets tired, she changes the finger to the neck, to this finger, because I don't want anyone to be insulted by my finger. And then when it's like completely cannot move anymore, she says then she uses this finger, but that this one is not as talented.
Oh my God.
So she tries not to use